What's up, everyone? Welcome to True Food Reviews. I'm Mark.
I'm Nick.
Today's episode is brought to you by sea urchins. I don't trust them.
And speaking of sea urchins, the thing we're looking at today looks a little like a sea urchin.
It does. This is the Kiwano Melon, I believe.
And that might be a horrible mispronunciation because we have no idea where this fruit is from or what it is.
And when we bought it, we thought it was a prickly pear.
But what we do know is it is very pricey, so this is kind of a premium episode of True Food Reviews.
Yes.
I've got a couple facts about this Kiwano melon.
Okay.
It's got a lot of names. So this is sometimes known as a horned melon, a jelly melon,
melon?
Yeah, an African horned cucumber, hedged gourd, or the blowfish fruit. Which I can see that one for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't mean there's like a poison sac that we have to be worried about.
Because if it is, we're going to eat it. One thing that's interesting, though, this is a fruit, but it's most closely related to, from a biological standpoint, zucchinis and cucumbers. So that.
So is it very high water?
You're looking
volume?
at an 80% water fruit.
Okay.
It's supposed to have very strong weight loss properties in terms of health benefits. That's one of the things it's popular for.
So you'll like that, I guess.
And it's also, interestingly, it appeared on an episode of the original Star Trek TV show when they were trying to show what a fruit from outer space would be like. Which,
you know what? That's a really good. That's a lazy prop artist, but a resourceful prop artist.
Yeah, I tip my hat to that.
So never be fooled again when you're watching a TV show and they say, "Ooh, check out the space fruit, Kiwano Melon." I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Or the blowfish fruit.
The blowfish fruit.
Let's get that official True Food Reviews knife out.
Oh yeah, you want to grab a second melon there? Yeah, also, this is not a melon. A melon is very big with thick. I don't want to stab myself in the eye here. With thick skin.
This is actually, you guys at home can't see this. Well, you can see it, but you can't feel it. It's actually, like, that causes some pain. These spikes mean business.
Yeah, and as we've learned in the past, fruit that does not want to be eaten is either absolutely delicious or positively revolting. It's either telling you not to eat it, like an onion. Someone's calling you?
Well, that's unfortunate, but the show must go on.
Oh, who was it?
Some 855 number.
Oh, cool. Anyways, I don't even know what I was saying.
Let's just cut into it.
It's
been a bit of a tough.
Oh yeah. Like an onion hides under the earth, saying, "Don't eat me." This is very interesting looking, and I think it's telling us to eat it.
Okay.
Let's see. So I'm gonna cut it. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but then I'll bring it up so we can see inside it.
Interesting. I would not have cut it vertically like that. I would have cut it across.
I just realized I was cutting it with the wrong side of the knife. This knife, the sharp edge is actually the flat side. A little unusual, but that's how we do it.
It's hard for you guys to see on the camera, but it's really leaking fluids into
I can really see why they call this the jelly melon. Nick's going to cut it the other way to see so you can kind of get two perspectives here.
It's quite easy to cut through.
Oh, okay. I hope this doesn't drip when I pick it up here, but let me just...
All right, so I'll show you.
There you go. The jelly melon. Look at that. That's actually really interesting.
For me, this kind of looks like a pomegranate / zucchini.
You know what? It smells exactly like... Oh, wait. Yours is a lot nicer looking when you cut it vertically.
Yeah. This is definitely the way to go from an aesthetic point of view.
Yeah. So you can see when you cut it like that, it's got these kind of triangular pods. And the seeds are just suspended there. The way I cut it, it looks exactly like a zucchini or a cucumber when you cut it vertically. I don't think that'll affect the taste at all. I don't think.
Hopefully,
we do have our True Food Reviews official spoons as well. They are dainty, and but I think
dainty is right for this job.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Well, you try one of your deep pockets, and then maybe I'll give you half of mine. You give me half of yours, and we can try it both ways.
All right. It really does spray.
Squirts.
Jelly is a perfect word. There is a gelatinous characteristic to the flesh of this fruit.
Right away, something I'm noticing, because you mentioned the pomegranate. These seeds are a lot harder to chew than a pomegranate.
Yeah.
But the difference is the pomegranate has this really strong flavor to it, while this is kind of like eating spoonfuls of aloe vera. So it's kind of like you don't taste much, and then you got to get through this kind of flavorless,
More like
chewy
a pumpkin
sunflower
seed almost.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a hard sunflower seed, but it's exactly like a tiny pumpkin seed.
It's funny because you start eating and you're going and you're putting these pods in your mouth, and then you get to a point where you've chewed through all the gelatinous stuff and you realize you've got 5 seeds on the go.
Yeah.
And that's kind of unpleasant.
I'm gonna see if I can do a big slurper here just to get a whole mouthful of the juice.
Okay.
How do I get in here?
We haven't really addressed the taste yet. It tastes more like a vegetable than a fruit to me. There's very little sweetness to this. It is quite a lot like a cucumber or zucchini, so that the fact that it's related to those plants does not surprise me in the slightest.
I think calling this a melon was a bit of false advertising, in that this is not fruity because it has 0 sweetness.
Yeah.
That's interesting because it has 0 sweetness. I mean, the word that comes to mind is slimy. It's very slimy.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the slimy melon wouldn't be great from an advertising point of view, but it might be less misleading.
And I think, considering the price point, I was expecting a little more. Oh, that's interesting. If I squeeze it, you actually see the seeds just push out. I think we actually read that online, that you're supposed to squeeze it and it sort of ejects the seeds. Yeah, there. By doing that, I've actually created a big mound there, and I can just slurp that. And it's still not great, but
This tastes like the kind of thing that would have a great health benefit. It's like I would choke this down if I knew that it had, all my day's vitamin B12 or something.
it's almost more like something you would see in a spa, where they would say, we're just going to scoop some of this out and put it on your eyes for a few hours, I'm going to try to get you a shot of the seed there. Hopefully that focuses. But you see, it's actually got a big sac around it.
Yeah.
So that juice sac game is pretty strong. And it's just so
reminds
unusual.
me of like frog eggs almost.
Yeah. I haven't eaten frog eggs, but...
No, not from a taste point of view.
No, I know, I'm just
Visual.
saying. But the thing is, I think frog eggs would have a bit more flavor. You probably have that saltiness.
A little protein.
Well, this is a very unusual experience. I'll give it that much.
Here's the thing. I have a hard time recommending this to anyone.
Especially considering the price.
Especially considering the price. But I feel like watching this video, I'll actually tell you everything you need to know about this without you having to spend a lot of money or eat what is a not very tasty piece of food.
I think watching this review is probably a little unsettling. I don't think people are watching this. I mean, I could be wrong. Please comment.
And subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, and retweet. But I don't think watching this makes you go, oh, I'd like to try that. Because when I see someone bite into a big cheeseburger, I go, oh, that makes me hungry.
Yeah. And
But
inside and out, it is quite alien. Like, I don't think I've seen... We're comparing it to things. We're comparing it to zucchinis and pomegranates and whatnot. But when you look at it as a whole, I don't think I've seen an inside of a plant that looks like this before.
And I can't
think... inside or outside of a food context.
I mean, I'm just going to keep comparing it to a pomegranate, because pomegranate seeds, they were a little tart. And I enjoyed it. But I know the pomegranate seeds are amazing in a salad. And pomegranate juice is really good. This would give you no benefit in a salad, because... The taste of the lettuce, plain lettuce, would overpower this. And as a juice, you basically just have water with seeds floating in it.
And now I've gotten past kind of the first layers here. You're hauling it out. I'm finding it harder and harder to get the seeds out.
Ooh, I just did a big...
Nice little spray.
Yeah. It's actually quite a bit of a membrane here protecting it. It's hard to get in there.
Yeah,
I'm having more success with my teeth than with my spoon.
It very much does not want you to eat it.
No.
I'm going to try this side just for a little bit of variety, but I don't expect
Try the squeeze and slurp. So give it a bit of a squeeze, not too much. See, they really...
When I'm taking in that volume of juice, I actually find it a little unpleasant.
Yeah. I think I'm ready to grade this.
All right, go for it.
The packaging is unusual, and that's, I think, what we were drawn to.
Yep.
But I think I was right when I said that these spikes are simply to deter you from eating it. And the reason for that is that this is just a way of storing water for the plant. That's all it is.
You know
it is not storing valuable sugars. It is not really doing much beyond that.
Hey, you know what? More than anything else, this is a convoluted and alien-looking water storage system. Don't buy. Don't eat. If it's out, maybe try one of the seeds so you get where we're coming from, but definitely not something I'd recommend.
No. So I'm going to give it a D plus because there's no bad flavor. There's just nothing. I'm just disappointed. The packaging, the price point, it's just not a great experience. It's not, as far as the design of the product, it's just overall.
The design, I think, is a good hook. I think this, with the exoticness of this and the way it looks, I could understand this would be an easy product to market in a lot of ways, especially as kind of a premium product. But when you get down to it, the content is not great. D plus is a bit harsh for me, but I'm going to give it a C minus.
Okay, well there you have it. The Kiwano Not Very Melony Melon.
All right.
See you next time.